I'll put you up here. What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Do this. And then this. Here we go. Yeah, little girl. Are you awake again? Why are you awake? Why are you awake? Let mommy do something. Let your mother do something. Testing out the live. See where it brings me. It's been so long, I don't even know how to work this anymore. Ooh. I'm just trying to check out the live. Go back to sleep, baby. Mwah. Mwah. Why are you awake? Go to sleep. Mommy can't focus with you. You're too cute. You're so cute. Okay, let's see. Still 0. Okay. Oh. Stop. Maybe I went on too late. I'm just going to keep it on for a few minutes and see what happens. I was going to say, you can't slide to the left anymore? Dang. Okay. I'll keep it on. It's just been a minute since I've gone live. So it's not pushing me out to anyone. And also, this is a crazy topic that I wanted to talk about. The prefrontal cortex, lucid dreaming, how it affects your decision making, your rationality, your responses, especially to stressful situations. So this is like a high level kind of topic versus a lot of the stuff that's out there right now and a lot of the conversations that's happening right now. This is very complex. So it's probably just not pushing me out into the algorithm yet because I haven't been live in so long, and 2, it's just too complex for people to grasp. I barely understand and grasp it, but that's why I wanted to talk about it, to have a conversation this rising, because I had a very interesting dream. Oh, I don't know how to change the thing. It's been so long since I've been on this. How do you change? Oh, here it goes. There we go. Okay, yeah, so lucid dreaming. Ooh. Have you ever had a lucid dream? I've been lucid dreaming a lot lately. Sometimes I wake up and I'm still so exhausted because of lucid dreaming. But it's helpful to your awakened state. Like the lucid dreaming helps you in the awakened state. Hey, Prest. This is my first time going live in like almost a year. So I was just kind of trying to test the algorithm. Really wasn't gonna do a full live today, but yes, it's been a minute, and of course, as soon as I pressed live, my baby woke up. So bless you, mama. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the likes, boo. But yeah, I just had a thought on my mind while I was doing my morning routine about lucid dreaming and the prefrontal cortex. Then I'm like, this is probably coming in way too hot based off of like some of the lives that are out there right now. This is very complex to talk about, but I think it's a necessary topic, like, because lucid dreaming can be beneficial to, you know, one's healing process and things like that, especially if you're not aware of what lucid dreaming is. But I'm like, this is probably just way too hot for this. It's only 9 o'clock where I'm at. But the baby is doing amazing. She is spoiled. So that's why I'm still trying to get to know her. It's been a while since I've been a mom. So, or at least had a newborn, I guess I should say. Because I have my 7-year-old. But this one is so new and it's just different. Like it just seems like after like 3 to 5 years passes, it's just a new level of baby. So they all have like different personalities, different ways about them. So I'm still getting to know this one. She's yes, it's a girl. Yeah, she's giving me a run already, and she's so spoiled. Shadow, greetings, welcome. Thank you so much for the heart me. I was just saying I haven't gone live in almost a year, so I kind of was just not really doing a full live, but just testing it and coming on. And then of course the topic that I chose has to be like such a complex topic that I think it's just not pushing it out like that, because who wants to talk about your prefrontal cortex and lucid dreaming at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? Thank you so much, Shadow. But yes, this little girl, she is giving me a run for my money already, because she's so cute and everybody wants to see her, and I'm just so tired. Everybody's like, when are you going to pop out? When are you going to this? When are you going to that? And I'm like, I don't remember it being like this before when I had my son. Like, I don't remember being this tired and just not wanting to do anything. So that's basically what I've been doing. I've been being lazy and doing nothing. But she's a month old now, so I'm trying to get out there more. I've been taking more walks and stuff, so maybe when we go on our walks, I'll start going live. That'll help, like, my muscle memory for being on live and stuff, because it is a lot. But I was still trying to stay active, like making videos and things like that. But I appreciate the confetti gifts, Shadow, and thank you so much. Divine cheat code, welcome in. But yeah, last night I had a very, very interesting dream. I was dreaming in my dream, and I woke up and was telling someone about the dream that I was having. So as soon as I woke up, I immediately voice recorded my dream, because I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Like, I was aware that I was sleeping, and I'm aware that I'm dreaming, but during my dream, I was actually inside of another dream. So I woke up in my dream and I was somewhere that I don't know, but I started telling somebody about the dream that I was having. And for some reason, I logged that dream. I woke up and I logged that dream. And that was like it's not the first time that happened, but it's the first time that it was that intense, I guess I will say. The type of dream that I was dreaming about was a very intense dream. And it just reminds me of the multiverse. You had something similar, Shadow, to that? Yeah, it's wild. Like, so I had to look up, like, why do we lucid dream? Why do we have these dreams where we're aware that we're dreaming? Why do we have dreams within a dream, right? Like, that is very complex and deep to think about. And this picture came up, thinking about thinking, higher reasoning, executive function with the prefrontal cortex, when I was looking up why do we lucid dream. So if anybody's not aware what lucid dreaming is, it's just when you're within a dream and you are aware that you're having a dream, right? You are knowing and understanding, like, oh, okay, this is a dream. So the prefrontal cortex is responsible for us lucid dreaming and us having those awareness during our dreams, because it helps with things like our empathy. It gives us insight, particularly to things that we may be harboring, feelings, emotions, stress stored in our body, different things that's just fears that are going on within or deep down that we may not know. And that's what the prefrontal cortex part of the brain is responsible for. So again, very, very complex topic to talk about with lucid dreaming so early this rising. So I understand that. But I'm just kind of testing out the live anyway. I'm not really doing a full live. I just wanted to get on here for a minute and kind of just let the live go and flow and see what's going on out here. Jump through some of the other lives. And like I said, I'm understanding and realizing that this is a very, very complex topic and thing to talk about after especially not being live for so long. So I'll have to get back into the flow of going live. I'll have to get back into the flow of being on here, because it's been like 10 months since I've been live. Uncle Nelly, hey. But I'm trying to push myself to just get up here and start going live again. Not finish what I started, but continue what I started with the going live. But it's just the topic, I guess, that I chose is just way too complex for the morning time. But I think it's still an important topic. Good morning, Uncle Nelly. Because again, like, a lot of people don't know what lucid dreaming is. So, when we see movies and things like Inception and whatever, that's what we think about when we think of lucid dreaming. And it doesn't always look like that. It doesn't always look like a Mission Impossible type of dream where you're jumping and flipping and twisting and doing crazy stuff. Sometimes your lucid dream is just your prefrontal cortex assisting you with things that you have stored up in your body. Like, you could have some fears stored up in you. You could have stress within your body. You could have decision making, anxiety about certain things. And that will trigger your prefrontal cortex to put you into a lucid dreaming state. And that is what I want to talk about this morning. How we could use that lucid dreaming state to help regenerate and recharge us, and ultimately help us make the decisions that we need to make for ourselves. Hey Nish, welcome in. So again, this is kind of like a loaded topic, and I know it's super early in the rising. It's like, who wants to talk about this at 9 a.m.? But what happened was, last night I was dreaming, and I was aware that I was having a dream, but I thought I was just having one of those weird dreams, where I was another character, just something or someone else in my dream. However, I woke up, but I didn't wake up physically. I woke up in my dream, and I started telling the person next to me what my dream was about. Oh, you've been up since 6? Yeah, I've been up since a little bit after 6. Did my morning routine, had my cup of tea, because I'm trying to wean off the coffee, but not really, because I wait till 1 p.m. now. Dunkin', I'm not getting paid for this promotion, but I'm still going to shout them out. Dunkin' has a promotional right now. After 1 p.m., all their iced and frozen drinks are just $3. So I'm tearing up some espresso and getting an iced macchiato on the daily, because it's only $3, and it's like a 7-minute walk from my house. So that basically helps me get active. It's like an incentive to get out the house and walk and exercise, because my baby's just about 5 weeks now. So it's like, okay, I need to stop being a big back and just laying around doing nothing. I gotta get up. I gotta do something. Let me take a walk. And then this is my reward, which is the little $3 Dunkin'. And then everybody, I couldn't cook when I was pregnant because I was severely sick my whole pregnancy. So everybody at the Dunkin' knows me because I used to run there and get me some breakfast every day before work. So I brought my baby in. Everybody was like, oh, the baby. So I think I'm going to make that part of my daily routine, walking around the corner with the baby to Dunkin'. She has a little fan that I attach to the harness and a fan that attaches to the stroller. So that's helpful. But anyways, back to my dream. I just had to give that little promotion of Dunkin'. Dunkin', if you're watching in the ethers, if you're watching in the background, you can send me a gift card if you would like, because your girl LennyDivine be shouting you out. I even made a couple of posts about you too. I cheated on Starbucks for you, Dunkin', so I'm accepting all gift cards if you're listening. Claudia, welcome in. Claudia says, girl, I'm pregnant with my second now. I had HG with my first, and I think now with the second. Yes, I've had HG all of my pregnancies. This last baby that I just had, a girl, for anybody who doesn't know, it's hyperemesis while you're pregnant. And it's just constant morning sickness. They call it morning sickness, but it's just all day, anytime sickness. Yep. And I've had it like literally from start to finish. So it's exhausting. And I get that, and I understand. That's why I took a break from live, because I was still working. Thankfully I work from home. I'm still on leave right now. I'm stretching that as long as I can. But thankfully I work from home, so I was able to bring my laptop into the bed with me, which, whew, oh my gosh. And then I have my almost 7-year-old who's special needs. So he requires a lot of redirection and attention. Who's also homeschooled. So I was like, I cannot. This is just going live, being sick, throwing up, feeling weak, still working, homeschooling the older one, trying to take care of myself. It just was not working out. So I had to take a little break from live. But I was still making content. So I was still trying to post videos every single day. I've been successful so far in August, posting every single day. My YouTube does a lot better than my TikTok. I'm not sure what's going on with TikTok, but my YouTube gets way more views. And I'm thinking about posting all of my old, because from last year, I have all of my lives, my long form lives. So those who enjoy long form content and have the temperament and the attention span to sit and listen to long form content, I have those on my YouTube. So I'm going to start uploading more. There's only 2 videos. One is 40 minutes. One is an hour and a half. So I've been posting all of those on my YouTube, basically, for those who want to just sit and listen to something. I know that used to help me. If I would go on a drive, I would listen to long form content, because scrolling and doing all of that messes with your brain, like the blue light and stuff like that. It messes with your mind. Thank you so much for the gifts, Nish. Yes, TGIF, everybody. I'm not sure what anybody and everybody is doing. I don't know if you got to get your kids up for school. I don't know if you got to get ready for work, if you have errands to run, whatever you're doing. TGIF. Let's go. It's the weekend. I'm off of work. But if I wasn't, I would be wishing that it was 3 o'clock so I would be off the clock. But I'm on leave because I just had my baby. Joe, the alchemist, welcome in. Thank you so much. You got a doctor's appointment? Oh, yeah, that's fun. I have 2 doctor's appointments next week, so I am just chilling like a cucumber this week. But I still had a lot of calls and things to make for my son. Like I said, I just be having a lot going on. But still come on here and wanted to talk about this topic briefly. So we kind of got off topic, but I'm finna circle back to the prefrontal cortex part of our brain, which, as you can see from the screenshot on the screen, it's thinking about thinking. It's your higher reasoning and your executive function. So when I had my dream that I was dreaming about something, and I woke up for real now to my reality, I was like, I have to record this immediately. I pulled my voice memo out. I recorded everything that I could remember about my dream within a dream. And I asked myself, why do we dream that we're having a dream? What is the reasoning behind this? And when I looked it up, we got a few things going on. Our body is in this state of consciousness where it's aware that there's certain stressful things going on. Maybe you have some anxiety around some stuff going on. Yes, most of the time a lucid dream will feel like Inception, absolutely. But sometimes it's not always like that. Sometimes it could just be your worst fears amplified. Like I had some things happen last year with particular people, and it was a very frustrating and stressful time for me. And I have been having lucid dreams about confrontation with these individuals. Like, even though I have made peace with it, maybe with it in my body, it's like, oh my gosh, if I see them again, what's the interaction going to be like? Or if this comes up again, if somebody asks me about them, how am I going to react? That can be stress and anxiety stored within your body. So you'll have a dream where it's like you see them and you cuss them out, or you get into a physical fight. If you're having stress about work, a lucid dream can look like you woke up late for work and you're rushing to get dressed, and then you like jump in your car to drive to work and you get into a car accident. That could be a lucid dream as well, because now you're having anxiety around work and you're bringing that into your sleeping state. It's your consciousness or your subconsciousness letting you know, like, this is something that's stressing you out. It's helping you. It's giving you insight to what's bothering you or something that's within you. So that's why I wanted to talk about the prefrontal cortex, because we can utilize our lucid dreams to help reveal and to help restore us. And then Nish K, let's read some comments. Nish says, that's what I've been working on. My dreams told me they aren't worth acknowledging anymore. Exactly. The same for me too. Because, right, sometimes we'll get so stressed out about something, even if we put it to the back of our mind, or we're not thinking about it like on a daily basis, or we don't have like the thought about it, it could be something that's bothering us. Like I said, if you're having issues, like I know every time it's about to be time for me to get an oil change, I have a dream that I get into a car accident or something like that, because I've been scarred by these mechanics or bringing my car to like some of these shops, and then they'd be like, oh, this is wrong, that is wrong, that is wrong. Actually, it's not just the oil change you need, you just need a whole new car. Like that has stressed me out in the past. So every time it's getting close to my oil change, I always have a dream that I veered off the road or something. I fell asleep while driving. I crashed or I hit somebody on a bike or something like that. Like, and that is just the prefrontal cortex letting me know, like, you have anxiety surrounding this car right now, and that's why you're having these lucid dreams regarding the car. And it could be beneficial, even though it's stressful. It seems like when we have these dreams, it's like, oh my gosh, why am I having this wild, crazy dream? It can seem stressful. It's really just your body and your brain letting you know, like, hey, this is what's going on. You need to address it, or you need to do some type of work, some type of mental health work, some type of breath work, some meditation, something to help you move past this energy, because now it's affecting your sleep. Now you're bringing it over here to your dreaming state where you're supposed to be healing and regenerating and recharging. But just because you're having a stressful dream or an Inception-like dream, it doesn't mean you're not regenerating. It's just your body giving you that insight, like this screenshot said, so that you know what it is exactly that is affecting you. And again, the prefrontal cortex is responsible for our empathy, our insight, our response, like our fight or flight, our emotional regulation, our body regulation, morality, intuition, and attuned communication, and then our fear, right? So like I said, when you have that anxiety built up and pent up, or you have something that's in the back of your mind, you're not necessarily addressing it, but it's in the back of your mind, you'll bring that into your sleep. And it's kind of like your God consciousness letting you know, like, it's that Jiminy Cricket of your sleep, letting you know, like, hey, this needs to get taken care of. You need to address this. You need to have that conversation. You know, you need to fix this. You need to leave that job. You need to, I know I be having stressful dreams about leadership all the time, because a big thing that I struggle with is liking the stability that having a job comes with, like that consistent check and things like that, but also knowing that I'm way too good to just be behind the desk. You know, I'm way too good to just be doing the same mundane things and repetitive things over and over and over again. Like, I've outgrown that phase of my life. So I'll have a lot of dreams about me having to rescue groups of people, or people being trapped in an underground someplace, and then I'm fighting the bad guys to rescue and free certain other people. I'll have those kinds of dreams because I know subconsciously I don't want to be in the workplace. I just rely on it because I like the stability that it offers me and my family. I like having paid time off. I like having a 401k that if I ever have an emergency or anything, I can dip into that and take money out. Like, the stability of that is what keeps me having a job. And, you know, also too, the job helped me through some times. Like, when I was going through some rough times, the job that I'm at, it seemed like I was commanding raises. I was commanding promotions. So that too keeps me like going back, you know. But I'm aware of that, and that's why I'll have these lucid dreams, you know, those dreams about things that I should be doing, public speaking, helping others envision the life that they want for themselves, knowing that they can break free of certain generational curses, certain things that are bothering them, keeping them held back, and things like that. I'm going to read some comments. Nishke says, I'm glad you're here. I just realized these things and actually put into words. Yes, I know. And, you know, my boyfriend 360, he was just telling me that. We were talking this AM. I'm like, every time I want to go live, it's like, what am I going to talk about? I'm not one of these other live creators where I'm going to be like, chat, you know, double tap the screen, send the gifts, you know, run the chat up, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm just not one of those people. I'm more so like, if I'm going to talk, I want to have something to say, you know, I want to have a reason to be up here. But it is tough. Like, especially if you're someone that struggles with public speaking, or if you want to just get over that hurdle of like being seen or public speaking, you know, throwing yourself out on social media, it could be a little bit tough. But it's good for you too. I think it's good for us to get over our little fears, because that helps us address our big fears. And that was part of my fears too. I'm just like, well, what am I going to do? I can't compete with these other live creators who are high energy. Right now, I'm still like dealing with my hormones. I just had a baby. You know, she's not on a schedule, so sometimes she needs me. She's breastfed on demand. Like, what if she starts crying? What if she throws up? What if she poops while I'm on the live? Like, what am I going to do? And he's just like, don't worry about that. Just, you're a good speaker. Like, you know how to put things into perspective for people. Just go up there and do what you do best. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be intentional about trying to come up here at least once or twice a week to have these conversations again, because I do think it's important. And I do think a lot of people need to regroup and take a step back and set some goals. You know, we're going into the last quarter of the year. So I always think on a quarterly basis. That's just the business part of my mentality. And I feel like it's always great to set some goals up for yourself. Like, even me last night, as I was winding the kids down and getting them ready for their nighttime routine, I was making my list. Like, okay, this is what I have to do next week. These are the goals that I have to accomplish. I have a whiteboard in my room. I have my notes on my phone. And I am always making lists for myself. This is how I hold myself accountable. This is how I just get shit done, you know, because life can be a lot, and we can just let it pass us by if we don't be intentional with our time and with our actions and all of that. So I'm holding myself accountable for the fact that, you know, I do have good topics to talk about. I do have things that can help us all grow, and things that we could build off of. So I have to get up here when I need to, regardless if I go back to the job or not. But I'm going to go back in and read some more comments. Nish says, yeah, stuck in a building, people running out like it's an emergency. I have those kinds of dreams as well, you know. Yeah. I can actually value what I do moving forward. Yes, me too. Give yourself credit. Thank you for the shares and thank you for the engagement, Nish. When you guys make comments, you can hit that heart up by my name at the top, and you can claim it can help you level up, and it also helps my live too. Your comments and your gifts, it helps you get experience, and then it just also helps push my live out in the algorithm as well. So if you've sent any gifts, hit that heart up by my name and claim your points. That goes towards my league or whatever they call it. I'm not sure. It's been a minute since I've been out here. But that experience also helps your algorithm too. So if you're someone that wants to be a content creator, you want to get more views, you want to get more followers, you want more people coming to your page, when you engage with other creators, make sure you're claiming your gifts, you're claiming your experience by hitting that heart up by my name in the live, and just hit claim, claim, claim. And that also helps you too. Like, all engagement helps drive traffic to your page as well. So back to what we was talking about. And then sorry that it's so loud in the background here, guys, because I am breastfeeding, so I get really hot. So I have a window, AC, and a fan in my room because I just get so hot. So sorry for the loud noise in the background. Thank you for the gifts, Uncle Nelly. But yes, back to what I was saying, guys, about the prefrontal cortex. It's good to keep a dream journal, and this is something that I have helped some of my mentees and some people that get consultations or get readings with me or book any type of services, even some people that just ask me questions that know me on a personal level, how I keep track of things and I don't allow my anxiety and stuff to like send me over the edge is keeping journals, keeping records, making a list, checking it twice, that record keeping and accounting, lining all those things up, it helps compartmentalize things for you. So that way your brain is not scattered in a million different places at once on a daily basis, So if you're somebody that struggles with anxiety, if you're somebody that struggles with hyperactivity, keeping a pen and pad, like you said, Nish, I have to tape a pen to your hand. Yes. Or you could just use your phone. A lot of us, we have our phones on us 24/7. So you can just utilize your phone. Like I said, as soon as I woke up from my dream, I was scrambling around to find my phone. I found it at the tip of my bed, and I opened up the voice memo apps to record my dream. Because I'm like, I know this is important. I'm not understanding what the heck was going on in my dream just now, but I'm going to record it, so everything that I remember, so that I can go back to it at a later date when I'm feeling a little bit more aware and available, I guess I should say. Because sometimes I wake up from my sleep, and if you're a lucid dreamer like myself, sometimes I wake up from my dreams exhausted. So even though I slept, I'm like, whoo, that was a lot. Why did I have this kind of dream? And then I have to kind of have a huddle with myself. What's going on in my mind? What's going on in my life? What's going on in my environment that I had this crazy behind dream? And, keeping your notes on your phone ready to type something, using your voice recorder, your voice memos, and then also keeping a pen and paper with you at all times. I like to use all of those forms. I've done emails before. As if I'm going to send an email to someone, I'll just start typing in the email, I like using all of those forms because not only does that help you remember and you can go back and reread it, but also writing, typing it out, recalling things, that strengthens your brain as well. And that strengthens your ability to dream, So if it's your dreams that you're trying to remember, yes, where did I go last night? That's exactly how I be thinking. If it's your dreams that you're trying to remember, keep a dream journal. If you want to get stronger in remembering the little details, start recording what you remember as soon as you wake up. Write it down. Open up your voice memos. Actually record it. Make a video of yourself recording it, talking about it. And then when you go back and listen to it, or when you go back and read it, that'll help you remember the little minor details, or other little things will keep coming back to you. Because again, that lucid dreaming, it is just our brain trying to help us regulate, and even though it can seem wild and funky and crazy, and the dreams are just like, what? I would never do that. Like, I would never just, curse somebody out like this or this and that. They're like, yes, in my mind, they might piss me off, or the things that they do or say, it's just like, yeah, you deserve a curse out, but that's just not my style. I'm not about to expend this energy, coming to their level. Your body is still aware to the fact that it's like, yeah, somebody tried you, you felt violated. So that's why you're having this dream where you're confronting them like this, and you're just going full blast on them, or you're having these dreams that you're fighting somebody, and it's like, what are you really fighting? What's something in your reality that you're fighting against? Where are you not standing up for yourself? Where are you not speaking up for yourself? So that's what I wanted to talk about, and I just wanted to have a quick live. Let's see how long I've been on. Does it tell you anymore? It used to tell you the minutes. Oh yeah, it does. There it goes. I'm so sorry, guys. I haven't been on live in a long time, so I'm just getting fresh back into the scene on here, trying to hold myself accountable for coming on. But yes, just to wrap it up, and kind of recap what we were talking about. We were talking about lucid dreaming, why it happens, and what we can do about it. And again, the lucid dreaming is not something negative, even though it can seem like a roller coaster and a wild ride. It's just your brain and your body trying to help you problem solve. It's trying to bring forth the things that you're refusing to address, things that have been bothering you, any anxiety or stress that's stored within you. That's what the lucid dream is doing. Your brain is suffering when you don't address certain things that make you anxious or hyperactive or stressful. It does something to the cortisol levels in your body. It makes you more tired. It makes you less productive. It makes you more groggy and irritant and stuff. It makes you not be confident, so you're not going after and doing certain things that you should and can be doing. So that's why your brain forces these lucid dreams, basically, to help you work on your empathy, your insight, your responses to certain things, your emotional regulation, your body regulation, your morality, intuition, communication, and your fears. So again, lean into those lucid dreams. The movies and the media and other people's depictions of lucid dreaming can scare you, or somebody who doesn't have a lot of knowledge about it. It could shy you away from it. Like, you'll automatically start thinking like astral projection or inception, something like that, which, yes, those are forms of lucid dreaming, but that's not always how it is. A majority of the time, it's just a scenario that your brain is creating. It's bringing you to another dimension where you are problem solving, where you are releasing that anger, releasing that emotion, where you are seeing somebody being shady in real time, because that's giving you insight to the fact that maybe there are people around me being shady. That is why we have these lucid dreams. So lean into it and trust it. Trust your intuition. Trust this insight. Trust that your body knows what's best for you, because that's why your brain is forcing the lucid dream. Nish K says, I don't have to live, flight, or fight anymore. Exactly. Yep. And that's precisely why we'll have some of these dreams too. Because if you're somebody that's struggling with it, your brain is showing you, like, this could be the results, basically. This could be the result if you react this way, right? If you release the emotions this type of way. If you go off, this is how it could be. If you keep running away, this is how it could be. That's what your brain is basically showing you. And it's like, okay, yeah, that was a little intense. So maybe I need to address this. Maybe I need to go and meditate on what next steps I need to do. Maybe I need to do some journaling. where I'm just writing some letters up and forgiving people, even if I'm not having a direct conversation with them. Maybe I need to forgive myself, right? Maybe there's some things that I am not handling about my affairs that I need to really sit myself down and have a powwow. Like, listen, it's time. It's time to let that go. It's time to walk away from these situations. It's time to leave these types of people alone. It's time to move forward. Or it's time to do better. Like with me, I had to give myself an incentive to be physical and to be active every day. By getting up, like, okay, I'm going to get my Dunkin', I might as well walk. That my reward is the iced macchiato that I love so much. I'm talking myself into going to get one right now. But I'm going to wait until 1 p.m. so that way I could do my walk and everything. But yeah, we just have to make plans and lists and goals for ourselves so that we can continue working to be a better us. That is part of our programming. That is part of how we're going to evolve as an individual. And you don't want to stay stuck in your cycles. The worst place to be is stuck because you have no direction. You have no clue how to move and how to get out. So always keep that in mind. Always keep in mind that the goal is to evolve. Always keep in mind that the goal is to learn something and grow, do better, be better than you were yesterday, than you were a minute ago, a second ago. Indulge in things that helps regulate you and that helps transform your way of thinking, your perspective, and your view on stuff. So that way you don't stay stuck, Being stuck is just one of the worst places to be. It's a helpless place. It's a fearful place. It's uncertain. And you don't deserve to be in that state of mind, in that state of consciousness, because then it keeps you in a loop. It keeps just certain energies lingering. And that's not healthy for you, Oh, yes, you said maybe your group will be on next time you talk about healing and letting go. Absolutely, yes, that's the wave that I'm always on. Like I said, I don't come up here much. I don't scroll through the TikToks much. I try to be intentional about going and watching my people's stuff and then kind of getting off, because there's just a lot that's going on out here. And like I said, if you don't address certain things personally, you will see it coming up a lot. Whether it's in your dreams, whether it's in the media, whether it's when you open up TikTok and you're seeing people bashing each other, fighting, or this against that, or him against her, or this group against that group, and it'd be a lot. I know for me, it's like I know I have so much self-improvement. We always have things about ourselves that we can work on, that a lot of stuff I can't put my attention and time into, but anything about, healing, developing, evolving, changing, those are my types of things that I like to put my mind and my time and my attention into. Because like I said, we all have places and stages that we're in that we deserve to grow, that we deserve to water so that we can grow. So yes, I'm back out here, y'all. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. We were on for about 45 minutes, so I think this is a good place to stop. So that way I could save this live and also upload it to YouTube. Again, if anybody wants to start listening to long form content, you can follow my YouTube. I'm at LennyDivine everywhere. I'm going to be more intentional about uploading all of my old lives. The most recent live that I uploaded onto YouTube was my personal, because I pride myself on the fact that I coined the term divine discussions. My personal topic that I created is a one of one. It's a one of a kind. It's the givers and takers and matchers. I know it's a one of one because I checked the hashtags on every social media and nobody was talking about it. Same as divine discussions. So givers and takers and matchers is up there. That's one of my favorites. I did that lecture, I think in August of 2024. We did it for like a week straight. I think I'm going to get back onto that when I start going live. When I create these topics or these lectures, I will stay on it for a few days or a week straight, and just keep talking about it and keep talking about it, because it is super important. But the givers and takers and matchers are up there on YouTube. And that's just about the different types of people in your life, the different types of people you want in your life, and how to recognize them. Because our energy is sacred. So we don't want to just leave it out for anybody to just grab onto it and to pull on it. We want to make sure we're saving some for ourselves, right? We need to have that energy so that we could do our self-development and our self-improvement. But if we're constantly saving others and putting the cape on, or allowing others to pull on our energy, pull on our gifts, pull on the things that we learned, our wisdom, our knowledge, our resources, we don't have any for ourselves, and then we're empty. So that givers, takers, and matchers is my favorite live topic I've ever talked about. And I'll probably just watch myself again doing it, so that way I could come back up here and talk about it again, because it is the anniversary for the givers, takers, and matchers. But I appreciate you, Nish K, for being in the building. Thank you for all of the likes and the gifts and sharing it out and all the comments. So much gratitude back to you, and I hope you have a great appointment and you have a great day. Stay safe when you're out there on the road. Anybody else who is watching and viewing, or all those who have given gifts and likes and shares, I truly, truly, truly appreciate you all. Maybe I'll come back on later for like a hangout live. I'll open up the panel and just catch up with some, and then hang out for a little bit. Like I said, not going to be a long time, but a good time nonetheless. But much appreciation to you all. Have a beautiful, abundant day. Peace.